Part 1. What is the moral value of this story? The moral value is don't think about wanting people to notice us and admire us. That sometimes it is much better not to draw attention to yourself, but to just carry on with your own business well. And the second, what is the conflict of the story? Explain it. A conflict occurs between the mouse and the princess cat when the rats start jumping up and down and saying, "Hey, everyone, why not look at me? I'm such a cutie pie. Could join the king's household and be a royal rat. If only there was any justice in the world." Then the princess cat jumped out of the carriage and started chasing the mouse. And the mouse kept running into the hole just in time before the cat could eat it. Number 3. Complete this story through the audio. Some people say that rats are ugly creatures. When they see a rat running along, they go, "Yuck." Well, I don't know about you, but I've always thought that this was rather rude. Rats can have hurt feelings too, you know. In any case, when I catch sight of my reflection in a stream, I think I'm rather cute. Just recently, I was trotting along the King's Highway in my sweet little way when I heard a great commotion on the road up ahead. Or what is causing all that fuss? I wondered. When I got closer, I saw the king himself riding along on top of a great fat lamb of an elephant. The crowd of onlookers were oohing and ahhing, full of admiration for that stupid beast with a nose that's far too big for her face. She's much uglier than me, I took. So I start to spring up and down and say, "Hey everyone, why not look at me? I'm such a cutie pie. Could join the king's household and be a royal rat. If only there was any justice in the world." At first, nobody noticed me. They were all too busy ogling the stupid elephant. Little did I know that riding behind the elephant in a carriage was the princess, and she was holding a beastly cat in her arms. When he caught sight of me, the cat leaped out of the carriage and started to chase me. I had to run for my life and pop it down a hole just in time before the cat could eat me up. Now I have changed my mind about the wanting people to notice me and admire me. I've decided that sometimes it's far better not to draw attention to yourself, but just to get on quickly with your own business. Part 2. Describe every characterization from each character in this story. The first character is Cinderella. She has a beautiful face, a sweet character, and kind and obedient. The second character is the first daughter, mostly like about sharp temper and talk type. And the third character is the second daughter, mostly like about sharp temper and jealous. And the fourth character is her stepmother, evil, hater, and sharp temper. And the fifth character is Prince, dashing, handsome, and kind. Number two, what happens with the main character? Describe the conflict between main character to each character. The main character, or Cinderella, gets bad treatment from her stepmother and her two stepsisters, and the conflict between them is when they treat Cinderella like a maid. Her mother and her two stepsisters always ask to be served throughout the day. Cinderella swept, scrubbed, and picked up and broke whatever was ordered by them. Retell the story through the audio using your own words. Once upon a time, there lived a girl with a sweet character named Cinderella. Unfortunately, her mother died young and her father remarried. His second wife had a sharp temper and her two daughters were just like her. The horrible sisters loved to be Cinderella's boss. Throughout the day, Cinderella get treated like a maid. She was told to clean the fireplace by her first sister. Not yet finished the work, then her second sister asked to make warm water for bathing. Then his stepmother asked him to go to the market. Cinderella did not have time to rest and continued to be burdened with work. Her clothes are tattered, his face is dull and neglected. Once upon a time there was a party in the royal ballroom. Mother and two her sisters went to attend it, while Cinderella just sat alone in front of the fireplace with a shabby face and tattered clothes. A mouse came up to her and said, "Dear, dear, don't worry. The good fairy is outside, and she said that you should go to the ball." The fairy said, "Make sure to leave the ball before the clock strikes midnight, or you will be more embarrassed than you have ever been in your life." And the golden chariot took, took her to the palace, and her way she changed into a beautiful dress. When she entered the ballroom, all eyes were on her, including her sister, who didn't recognize her. Prince asked her to dance. Before night fell, he had fallen in love with her beauty. Because it was almost 12 o'clock at night, Cinderella rushed away and accidentally left one of her slippers. The next day, the prince sent his guards to look for the beautiful figure of the owner of the slipper, until finally the guards arrived at Cinderella's house. Her two sisters scrambled to wear the slipper, but neither of them matched. It was time for Cinderella to be offered to try it, and it turned out to be very appropriate. Finally, Cinderella was brought to the palace and married the prince.